Did I mess that up? I think I did. All right. Next up. Oh. Yeah. This guy on the hill. You got to hear this stupidity, folks. Here we go. Greetings and felicitations again, my fellow Perceptive Purple people. I wanted to take a few moments to talk with you some more about Greenland and more drumbeats to war. This time, I'm referring to the trite being dished out as opinion on the Hill by an author by the name of John MacGleon, or at least I think I'm pronouncing that right, as of January 10th of this 2026, an exercise in attempting to push narrative over logic. The title is kind of a dead giveaway, being the U.S. must take Greenland, whatever the cost. Yeah. Okay, I could read you the entire opinion propaganda piece and take on each silly claim on individually, but the fact is, it's not necessary. The base failures in logic don't require much to figure out, so I'll just read one paragraph for you and then point out the reasoning failures in that one. To wit, critics insist Greenland's future is not Washington's to decide. Formally, they are right. Strategically, however, that statement is comforting nonsense. In a world of rising rivalry, no great power allows vital terrain to drift into adversarial hands out of courtesy. Sovereignty is sacred until security is threatened. Then it becomes negotiable. This isn't cynicism, but the hard ledger of history. Did you catch that? I admit, it's a little difficult through all the word salad, so I'll help you out a little bit. Critics insist Greenland's future is not Washington's to decide. Formally, they are right. Translated, that last part should read, legally, they are right, or just plain, they're right. Naturally, he simply brushes that little stickler aside. Strategically, however, that statement is comforting nonsense. Really? That statement is Greenland's future, is not Washington's to decide, is based on international laws, NATO agreements, and treaties. And national laws, come to think of it, including those we signed, which give us strategic access to this location, making this claim nonsense. He rambles on. In a world of rising rivalry, no great power allows vital terrain to drift into adversarial hands out of courtesy. What adversaries are you referring to? China has little interest in Greenland and certainly hasn't made any threats towards them. Russia is quite busy with their own multi-year 3-day special operation in Ukraine. Now, as for sovereignty is sacred until security is threatened, then it becomes negotiable. First off, this is a statement that echoes those of criminals that I've arrested in the past. Just saying. Second, what security is being threatened if we don't take Greenland? Seriously, if we have an issue that requires us to add more bases than we already have there, Denmark has been a stalwart friend and ally since World War II. All we need to do is share the information of risk and ask for another base. Voila, we have another base. Finally, this isn't cynicism, but the hard ledger of history. No, the propaganda piece here is cynicism. The hard ledger of history that he refers to has shown that wars that involve the majority of the world and cause untold suffering and death have been kept mostly in check by everybody holding sovereignty sacred, thereby reducing threats to security by many-fold. The author continues on with another arguable claim about his might makes right position, but fails to mention about what would happen if we were to invade. Let's call it what it would be. Greenland. Here's just a couple of those consequences that he fails to mention. Well, right off, you can kiss our involvement with NATO goodbye. Oh, NATO would still be around, of course, but you can bet your ass we won't be welcome in it. A large part of what makes America great is our ability to force project. Sure, we have a couple of our own bases in the world, but the vast majority of our bases worldwide are thanks to NATO alliances. We lose a lot of our power to force project worldwide. Not one word about this from our friendly propagandist. Oh, no mention of the possibilities of sanctions against the United States by most of the rest of the world. That's right, sanctions. As in the same types of sanctions that we have gotten the world to use against North Korea, Russia, Iran, etc. We go from being the country that everybody called to save the world to being another pariah of the world stage, irrelevant, and with a diminishing economy from the world sanctioning of the U.S. So there's the rest of the equation of these propagandists that they want us to ignore. We gain frozen tundra that we already had pretty much free access to already. We lose pretty much everything else. So what are your thoughts about this? Do you find our position reasonable? Or do you have more logical and or rational ideas on the subject? Do be prepared for vigorous yet polite debate. But let's hear them. As always, I'll see you in the comment section below. Till our next chat, remember to keep your balance and stay purple, people. We'll see you again real soon, and let's get America together again.